It's here, guys. It's finally here. Today, I'm gonna do the review of the film Spadikam.
ഓർമ്മകൾ ഓർമ്മകൾ ഓടക്കുഴലൂതി ഓർമ്മകൾ ഓർമ്മകൾ ഓടക്കുഴലൂതി സമയമായി യമുനയോ പിറകിലേക്കൊഴുകിയോ മധുരമണിനാദം ആടി വിളിക്കുന്നു ഓർമ്മകൾ ഓർമ്മകൾ ഓടക്കുഴലൂതി ഓർമ്മകൾ ഓർമ്മകൾ ഓടക്കുഴലൂതി
I know it took me a very long time to do this review. I don't know why. I watched this film a while back. I watched it alone because Deep wasn't here. Then I was like, I didn't finish it. I was like, I'll watch it again with Deep, but we never got a chance to watch it together. Then I finished it and I fell in love with it. Then I didn't get time to do the review because every time we would do it together, then we had something else to do. So I was like, I'll do this alone whenever I have time. Time passed by, I didn't get a chance to do it. And slowly, I started to forget about the story a little bit. So I had to go back today and watch it over again to kind of like refresh my memory. Oh boy, I fell in love with this movie all over again. So without wasting more time, let's just jump into this Spadikam world. Before getting into the little bit of the story, I don't want to go too much in detail in the story, but I just want to say this one has to be one of my favorite film of Mohanlal. But having said that, Tanmatra have a special place in my heart, and that movie is always gonna be my top Malayalam film. Also Mohanlal film. That movie was just something else. Maybe because I'm a sucker for emotional films, and this was an action film. But I like this movie a lot too because it wasn't just an action film. It has a very good story behind it, very emotional story behind it. At first, when you get into this film, you don't know what's going on. You just think Mohanlal is just like this thug, and this father is like not happy with the fact that he's a thug, but you don't know why he became thug. Starts with the first 15-20 minutes, you just see Mohanlal action scenes, like good action scenes. The fact that movie came out in 1995, really good action scenes. And also you see Mohanlal really helping like poor people out, and like he's kind of like a messiah, but not everyone see it like that. Then you kind of get to see the relationship between him and his father, which is not good, which is very bitter. They don't like each other, and they constantly taking shots at each other, making the other one mad. At the beginning of the movie, Mohanlal messes with this policeman who was at fault because he was messing with Mohanlal's sister. He really misbehaved with his sister, which really irked Mohanlal, and he goes to the police station, and obviously in the police station he gets beat up, but then they go back and forth with each other. Like one time he's beating up the policeman beating him up, so they kind of go back and forth. So he's like a proper enemy in this film. One of the really cool scene was when he was at the theater watching a Rajinikanth film, and he gets all like pumped up, and then he actually goes to beating up the policeman just like Rajinikanth was doing in the film. At this point, policemen are looking for Thomas, Mohanlal character, and they go into his house. They saw Mohanlal, they start beating him up, and then his father just comes and he gets a stick and start hitting Mohanlal with it, and the movie kind of goes into the flashback, and I'm like, here you go. Now we're gonna find out what exactly happened, what made him such a like a thug. Like no one really chooses his path, and what made him really choose that. And then the movie kind of goes into a very like emotional space where you have this like little kid who's fascinated by building things, and he makes this like bell, and his father hates the fact that he likes to build stuff. His father is a teacher, he's a math teacher, so he also wants his son to do well in math and become a math teacher as well. But he has his own dreams. He wants to build things, he wants to be an engineer. The father just kind of like taking that passion away from him and beating him up in front of everyone. It's not even his fault, and that just kind of like crushes him. But he still has his passion. It really turns to its core when Mohanlal's father convinces one of the teachers to fail Mohanlal. The teacher didn't want it to fail Mohanlal, but he does, and then Mohanlal just gets really upset. He's a little kid. He doesn't know what to do, and he runs away from the house. 14 years pass. When he comes back, he's a thug. He's a changed man. What pretty much the movie is about, how him and his father just can't stand each other. They hate each other. The hate is so much. And one of the scene was also very amazing when Mohanlal in anger cuts off his father's like kurta sleeves, all of them, and then his father buries a coconut tree in front of his house. So they were just kind of going back at each other because they hated each other so much, but deep inside there was love, but it just like took a while to get to it, and how we get to that is very beautiful. One of my favorite scene was when Mohanlal was hurt and he was at the hospital, and the teacher goes up to the father, tells him, okay, your wife is not here, your daughter is not here, everyone has abandoned you because how you are, you really have to change yourself. And then I think his father realized at that point in time, because I'm all alone now. End of the day, he was still a father, and he still loved him, even though with all his anger and hate, he still loved him. And that scene was just so sweet and emotional when he goes to the hospital to see him. He touches his feet, and that kind of like tells you like he was pretty much saying sorry for all I've done to you, and he was just saying sorry. And Mohanlal has no idea his father is there, and then people sees him walking out, and no one could believe that that actually happened, and they were just so happy and everything. And Mohanlal wouldn't believe that happened. And the next scene, you see Mohanlal's father's getting on top of the truck and erasing the devil, and he wrote Spadikam on it, which means crystal, and he was pretty much referring his son as a crystal. It's pretty much like a last scenes of the film, how the policeman comes and want to kill Mohanlal, and he shoots at him, and the father gets in the way, he gets shot, and then he eventually kills the policeman. And then he was like, his father was at the house, he has no idea at this point what happened to him, that he's going there to see him and hoping that he's still alive. But he stopped at a tailor first to pick up a brand new suit for his father with sleeves and everything, and he just goes to the house and see his father has passed away. And that scene, I was just like, I broke down. I was crying because his life, he hated him. When his father actually changed for better, he didn't get time to spend any time with him pretty much, and he just breaks down. He's crying. He just takes that kurta and put it on him, and the movie just kind of ends there. And one of my favorite part was when movie was at its last day, the movie was ending, you could hear the bell playing in the background. That was the bell he made, and they showed the bell. That's when the movie ends. So this movie had everything. This movie had a good action scenes, good drama, and really good emotional scenes between him and his father, especially towards the end when his father was having a change of heart, when he was becoming the father Mohanlal really wanted. You still feel bad for Mohanlal after all these years. He just grew up hating his father so much. When his father was a better father, he just wasn't there. But the fact the father gave him another life. The father came in a way when he got shot so Mohanlal could live. And I would have to say, Mohanlal acted his heart out. He acted so well, especially in the emotional scenes, especially when they were at the coal mine, when the fighting thing was happening, when they had a breakdown, they were talking to each other, they both were crying, they both were sorry to each other. That just got me real teary. And also at the end, when his father passed away. One movie I can also think of, which was also came in the same genre, was Kiridam. I have to say, I liked Spadikam much better than Kiridam. Kiridam was also a special film, was a very good film. Emotionally, action scenes, everything was good about that film. But I don't know, something about this film, Spadikam, I think they're just relationship between, we never seen that kind of a hate in a movie before towards his own father. The hate they have for each other, it was just like amazing to see something like that, which came out way back in 1995, and it was just amazing. I think everyone acted really well in this film, especially of course Mohanlal, also his father Thilakan, also in Kiradam playing his father. I think they had this like chemistry with each other. They just kind of know, like seeing them together, just going at it, it was just like amazing to see. So overall, I would say hands down, one of the best Mohanlal film, a classic. I really enjoyed it. If I ever make a list on my top 3 best Mohanlal film, this movie has to be one of them. It was that good. I really hope you like my review. If you like it, please just give this video a big thumbs up and leave a comment. Tell me about your favorite part, and I told you about mine, and also a lot more reviews coming out. Me and Deep gonna watch Kala Pani soon. We're gonna do a review of that film together. So if I missed anything in this film to bring up, so do let me know. If I said anything wrong, do correct me. So keep sending your requests, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.